Good morning,
Good
all.
morning, all.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to
Welcome to
Basel
Basel
Scripting,
Scripting,
guys.
guys.
Today we are
Today we are
going to
going to
start
start
cell
cell
scripting
scripting
lectures.
lectures.
Within the
Within the
cells,
cells,
the one
the one
more
more
important
important
shell name is
shell name is
bash.
bash.
So that's why
So that's why
born cell
born cell
scripting or
scripting
bash
or
cell
bash cell
scripting.
scripting.
Okay,
Okay,
let me
let
start.
me start.
Everyone to
Everyone to
understand
understand
what is the
what is the
difference
difference
between
between
scripting
scripting
languages
languages
and
and
programming
programming
languages.
languages.
So what is
So
mean
what is
by
mean by
programming
programming
language?
language?
A
A
programming
programming
language is a
language is a
formal
formal
computer
computer
language
language
or
or
constructed
constructed
language
language
designed to
designed to
communicate
communicate
instructions to a
instructions to a
machine,
machine,
particularly
particularly
a
a
computer.
computer.
Particularly a
Particularly a
computer.
computer.
So
So
every
every
programming
programming
language is a
language is a
formal
formal
computer
computer
language or
language or
constructed
constructed
language.
language.
So what
So
is the
what is the
responsibility of
responsibility
the
of
this
this
constructed
constructed
language?
language?
It is
It is
designed to
designed to
communicate
communicate
instructions to a
instructions to a
machine,
machine,
particularly a
particularly a
computer.
computer.
It can be
It can be
used to
used to
create
create
programs
programs
to control the
to control
behavior
the
of a
behavior of a
machine
machine
or to
or to
express
express
algorithms.
algorithms.
So by
So by
responsibility of the
responsibility of the
programming
programming
language,
language,
control the
control the
behavior of a
behavior of
machine.
a machine.
And
And
any
any
programming
programming
language
language
must
must
be
be
executed
executed
before like
like
after
after
compilation.
compilation.
So
So
compilation is
compilation is
mandatory
mandatory
in the
in the
programming
programming
languages.
languages.
So the
So the
best
best
example of
example of
programming
programming
languages
languages,
C, C++,
C, C++,
Java, Ruby,
Java,
Python,
Ruby,
C
Python,
Sharp.
C Sharp.
So
So
all are the
all
what
are the what
programming
programming
languages.
languages.
And
And
now
now
we are going to
we
start
start
what is
what
meant
is
by
meant by
scripting
scripting
language.
language.
A
A
script or
script or
scripting
scripting
language is a
language is a
computer
computer
language
language
with a
with a
series of
series of
commands
commands
within a
within a
file
file
that is
that is
capable of
capable of
being
being
executed
executed
without being
without being
compiled.
compiled.
Without being
Without being
compiled.
compiled.
So
So
any
any
scripting
scripting
language,
language,
no need
no
any
need any
compilation.
compilation.
People can
People
directly can
directly can
execute your
execute
code.
your code.
So we
So
have
we
two
have
types
two
of
types of
scripting
scripting
languages.
languages.
One is
One is
server-side
server-side
scripting,
scripting,
another one
another
is
one is
client-side
client-side
scripting.
scripting.
So our
So
bash
our
shell
bash shell
scripting is a
scripting is a
server-side
server-side
scripting.
scripting.
So more
So more
examples about
examples about
server-side
server-side
scripting:
scripting:
Shell,
Shell,
Perl,
Perl,
Python,
Python,
and
and
PHP.
PHP.
And
And
only one
only one
scripting in the
scripting in the
client side,
client side,
which is
which
called
is
what?
called what?
JavaScript.
JavaScript.
Okay,
Okay,
these two
these
are the
two are
what?
the what?
Programming
Programming
languages
languages
and the
and
scripting
scripting
language.
language.
Okay,
Okay,
why shell
why shell
scripting?
scripting?
What is
What
meant
is
by
meant by
a
a
shell?
shell?
So
So
first we
first
will
we will
discuss
discuss
about
about
what is
what
meant
is
by
meant by
shell
shell
and what are
and
the
what are
shell
the shell
features.
features.
So a
So a
beautiful
beautiful
shell
shell
features are
features
there
are there,
and
and
everything I
everything
will
I will
explain now,
explain now,
even with
even with
practically.
practically.
Generally,
Generally,
a
a
shell is
cell is
a
a
command line
command line
interpreter.
interpreter.
Command line
Command line
interpreter.
interpreter.
It is an
It is an
interface
interface
between
between
users and
users and
kernel.
kernel.
In
In
Linux, we
Linux, we
usually
usually
mean
mean
a
a
command line
command
shell.
line shell.
So a
So
shell
a
is an
cell is an
environment
environment
in
in
which
which
we can
we can
run
run
our
our
commands,
commands,
programs,
programs,
and shell
and shell
scripts.
script.
Please note
Please
this
note this
point.
point.
A
A
shell
cell
is an
is an
environment,
environment,
guys,
guys,
in which
in which
we can
we can
run
run
our
our
commands.
commands.
So
So
within the
within the
shell
cell
environment,
environment,
we will
we will
run
run
commands,
commands,
programs,
programs,
and shell
and shell
scripts.
scripts.
There are
There are
different
different
flavors of
flavors of
cells
cells
in
in
different
different
operating
operating
systems and
systems and
versions.
versions.
So you
So
know
you
that
know that
bash shell
bash shell
scripting,
scripting,
I mean
I mean
bourne
bourne
shell,
shell,
corn
corn
shell,
shell,
C
C
shell,
shell,
jet
jet
shell,
shell,
like
like
different
different
cells are
cells
there.
are there.
Each
Each
flavor of
flavor
cell
of cell
has
has
its
its
own set
own
of
set of
recognized
recognized
commands
commands
and
and
functions.
functions.
So
So
every cell
every cell
maintains
maintains
some different set of recognized commands. So every cell doesn't maintain same commands. So based on the cells, so commands are completely different. And here we works with the Bourne shell, which is the short form of bash. So born again shell is the full form, but we are works with what, like born again shell. The short form is bash shell because bash is very powerful and advanced shell in the what Linux environment. Cells are located in either slash usr slash bin or the slash bin directory. It is completely depending on the Linux flavor and a specific version only. It is completely depending on the Linux flavor and depending on the what version. So what I'm saying, so your cells are available. Almost what are the available cells in your OS? Just etc cells. So right now in my OS, sh bash is there. Sh means it is a born shell and bash means born again shell. So almost all cells are available in the slash bin location or some cells are existing under the user slash bin location. Okay. So you want to install any other cells. Generally, yum is the command in the Red Hat. So you want to install KSS cell, then it will offer the what KSS cell. You want to install C cell, then we can install the what C cell. So by default, in every Linux operating system has Bourne shell or it is called what bash shell. But all cells are available in the slash bin or slash usr slash bin is the location. These location also depending on the what Unix flavor and the specific version of the OS. Okay, so what are the different types of cells in the OS? In the Linux, genome shell, KDE shell, SSL, Bourne shell, Corn shell, C cell, and Z cell. So almost in Unix and Linux flavors, more than 500 cells are there. But these are the what very popular and powerful cells. The very best cells, it is called what SSL and bash shell, right? Next, what is the meaning? Like what is the current shell of the OS? So the current shell of the OS we can find out by using $0 is the command. So by using echo space $0, it displays what is your default shell in the OS. Or some people will execute even $shell is the what also it is a command. So the default shell name in the OS is bash. Bash shell is currently running. Okay, right. So now we need to understand about what is meant by shell scripts. What is meant by shell scripts? Just now I told you about shell scripting definition, but few more example about shell script. The basic concept of a shell script is a list of commands. Simple point. A basic concept is just 1 second, guys. Okay. The basic concept of shell scripting is a list of commands which are listed in the order of execution. Which are listed in the order of execution. So that's what I'm saying. The simple definition of shell scripting is the collection of commands or a series of commands within a file being executed without being compilation. The basic concept of shell scripting is a list of commands. And now, a good shell script will have comments preceded by hash symbol. So every shell script includes comment lines, that means hash lines, And there are conditional tests. Even a shell script will include conditional tests such as value A is greater than value B. For example, A greater than B, B greater than C, like that. And even a shell script will include loops allowing us to go through massive amounts of data files to read and store the data. And again, a shell script will include variables to read and store the data. And also may include a shell script is about functions. So in not only one thing in the shell script, a shell script will include variables, a shell script will include functions, a shell script will include loops, a shell script will include conditions. So we have, I mean, a shell script can contain multiple things. Then only it is a very good script. So the coming future classes, we will discuss about multiple shell scripts. No worry about variables, no worry about conditions and loops and everything. Shell scripts and functions, both are the interpreted. That means they are not compiled. They are not compiled. So any scripting language not recommended compilation. Remember this point. So every shell script and functions both are the what? Interpreted. Interpreted. So interpreted means no need any compilation. No need any compilation. Next, both shell scripts and functions are ASCII text that is read by line shell commands interpreted. So remember this point. Every shell script will execute line by line code only. This is the main point. Line by line execution. Line by line execution. Because shell scripts are interpreter languages. So no need any compilation. The code will be executed sequentially. So sequential means it is called what? Line by line only. So the first line is success, then only it will execute of second line. If the second line is success, then only it will execute the what? Third line. That's why compare to programming languages. So shell scripting troubleshooting is very easy. Shell scripting troubleshooting very easy because the code will be executed line by line only. Next, when we execute a shell script or a function, a command interpreter goes through the ASCII text line by line and loop by loop and test by test and executes each statement as each line is reached from the top to bottom. Each line is executed from top to bottom. So a series of commands within a file. I told you which is called what? Shell script. But multiple commands, multiple statements within the script only. A good script can include, see, the order is variables, variables, tests, loops, and functions and log. But everything will execute line by line, like test by test, loop by loop, executes statements in the variable level, and everything from top to bottom. But in the programming language, it is not sequential. The entire code will execute with single shot only. Maybe it is a Java or .NET or PHP or any programming language. But scripting language will execute line by line only. I mean step by step execution only. That's why this is the word sequential code, sequential of execution. Okay, this is completely terms and conditions within the shell script. Okay, now what about bash shell features? I mean shell features. So these are the best options while working on the shell script, like job control, including the what? FG and BG. Please noted here, FG means foreground and BG means background commands, and the ability to stop jobs with Control Z option. So even in the middle of the job process, you want to cancel or you want to stop the job, then just press the word Control Z. So this Control Z is option offered by Bash Shell. and command completion feature even offered by Bash Shell. So what is meant by command completion feature? So for example, I have multiple commands are here. Okay, I'm trying to open application.log file. So cat is the command application. Just type the word first character along with our second character. If you press the tab key, yes, see the file name or command name has been completed. So I mean, no need to type the entire command every time. So in Unix and Linux environment, the very beautiful thing, I mean, how to finish the what your command or file immediately means we can use the word tab key. I mean, on the left side, the left finger, it is called what every time just touching on the word tab key. So just type the command and add the word two characters and press the tab key. So it will open the word file. So for example, even multiple files are there. Okay, let me open the word sample file. So cat space, I have to press the tab key. It will open the file. So not only here, so VIM, the full name is index.html. So tab is the key. So to finish the what your command completion. So even the important thing, sir, what happened without giving any character? If I press the tab key, what happened? So if you see the so list of all available for example, press A, press the tab. See these are all the commands available with starting with A. So starting with A. So these are all of the what commands and binaries starts with A1. For example, I want to use it is called what T. So if I run the word T, what are the available commands with starting name of AT? Like AT is the command, ATD is the command, ATQ is the command, ATRM is the command. Even you don't know available commands in the OS, at least to give one character and press the tab key, it will open the what available commands. It lists out the what available commands, right? So that's what I'm saying. Here it is called what the command completion feature, which helps of tab key, which helps of tab key. And the next Bash-Shell feature is command aliases. What is meant by command aliases? To define shorthand names for commands or command lines. Okay, this is also another important thing. How can you provide short names for the commands? I mean alias names for the commands. Okay, for example, you know that already clear is the command to clear the screen. Sir, every time typing clear, it is about five character command. So can I use any shortcut for this clear command means? Yes, we can set up the what alias name for the clear command. So let me show you see. For example, alias is the command. So before setting alias name, if I press C only, then what happens? See, C is not a command actually. Okay, I want to set the word alias C equal to, it is called what clear. Alias C equal to clear. So I want to set the clear command alias name is C only. If I enter, now no need to type the word clear command every time. Instead of clear command, we can use the word C option. See, if I set the word C option, now it was clear. So what happened here? What is the use of this alias command? Sometimes in the real environment, engineers or developers need to assign, I mean, need to type every time large commands. Maybe the command length is more than 20 characters, more than 15 characters, including options. So every time typing this more than 20 or 30 characters is nonsense because it was very large. So people will use it is called what alias names. But how do you know that? What are the alias names? What are the available alias names? So these are all are the what already setting of alias names. So these alias names are defined by system only. But myself, user defined alias name is alias C is equal to clear is just now. So that's why the clear command alias name is C. So How can you make alias names are persistent? Any command alias name. For example, let me show you one more example. Alias equal to, alias equal to, d equal to, I want to set the what? Date command. So if I run d, so the date command is d only. I mean, no need to type these four characters, just type the word d. So now where is the alias name? Here it is called what? Alias c equal to clear, alias d equal to date. But one thing to remember everyone, by default, alias names are temporary. So temporary means these names are available until to reboot your OS. Once you got rebooted your computer, I mean restart or shutting down again to start the what same server, you will lose the what? Your alias names. So that's why by default alias names are not persistent. I mean not permanent. Then what to do? How can you set up the what permanent alias names? So in the every user home directory, I mean I told you vim is the command to open a file. In user home location, how to define the user home location? Tilde is the symbol. Just already having one hidden file which is called what? Bash rc, which is called what? Dot bash rc. So this bash rc file maintain permanent alias names list. Permanent alias names list. I mean, once you set up the what alias names, so how can you, like it is called what? Run the permanent alias names. How can you make your permanent alias names? Bash rc is the what file name within the file. Okay, let me add even end of or beginning of the file. I want to set alias equal to alias c equal to with a single quote or double quote. Just keep the word clear is the my alias name. Now this alias name is persistent. This alias name is persistent. Even if you reboot, so the alias name C is working. So people will define the word alias names in the file of dot bash rc file. Okay, let me execute. Let me save. And now type the C command. Even C is working. But remember how to update this bash rc file. So any entries within the bash rc, any new entries within the bash rc, how people to execute this? So we will use the word, the command name is source. So source is the command to update your existing bash files. Okay, if I run, so now the bash rc file successfully updated. What is the command? Source is the command. Even after executing source command, if you type the C is perfectly working. But sir, how can you disable, I mean, how to unset the alias names? So unalias is the command directly. Even you can define the what? D is the date is there. And C also is there. So if you type C, not working. If you type D, it is not working. Because I have unset the word my alias names. But once I rebooted my computer, once I rebooted my computer, again alias name will works. Alias name C is will works, but D won't works because the C value already defined in the bash RC file. So bash RC file entries will update automatically when the OS will be updated, when the OS got rebooted. Okay, so these are the word alias names. So in the real time, people will define the word multiple alias names for setting for the large command. So you want to execute large commands in the environment. So best to set up. It is called shortcuts for the commands. And the next one is command history. What is mean by command history? So every cell, not only bash cell, almost cells are maintained your executed command history. Your executed command history. So with help of your command history, simply you can recall the what your previously entered commands, your previously entered commands. So what is mean by where is the history and how to execute the history? So for example, if I run the what history, see this, the previous commands are available here. So what are the commands? Alias, cat, echo. So like these are all are my previous commands. So you want to get the what history of just last 10 commands only, then history space 10. You will get last 10 commands only. See this? In the left side, the ID name of the history, and the right side, which command you have executed previously. Okay, so I will update now the one more important option for you. What is the meaning? For example, if you run history command, sir, actually I want to execute one command which is called what? 471. So generally people what to do, they will copy the what entire command and paste it and recall it. Otherwise, this is the one only they will execute. Otherwise, they will recall the what previous command by using up and down arrow keys like this. See this? If you press the what up arrow key, you can recall the what command. But what I am saying, the very best option you want to recall. For example, I need to execute echo dollar shell is the command. So why need to copy paste? What I'm saying, just execute this command by using the what number, by using the what ID value. What is the ID value? This is 469. So how to execute the 469 command? Just enter the what ID value of the command, and in the left side, just keep it exclamation. Just use the exclamation and ID value of the command. Then see this, the command successfully executed echo dollar shell. What is the shell name currently in the OS? Bash. So these are the what best features offered by Bourne shell. That means it is called what? Bash shell or Bourne shell. But if you type lsp-a, even see we have multiple like hidden files are there. Bash logout file, Bash profile file, and Bash RP file. So already we have used one important file, which is called what? Bash RP. Then what about Bash logout file and what about Bash profile file? What is the purpose of these two files? Very important in interviews. So in every user home directory, multiple hidden files are there, but the three files are very important for us. What are those? Bash logout, Bash profile, and Bash RP. I told you just now about Bash RP file, but what about Bash logout and Bash profile? Any idea about these two? Anyone? Guys, anyone? Any idea about these two files? Bash logout and Bash profile?
No.
Okay, let me explain it. Generally, the dot bash, let me use user home directory. The dot logout file will execute. This information will execute before log out the user. Before log out the user. I mean, see, I want to keep it the what one statement in the file. So what is the statement? By using echo command. Echo is like a printf command. So I want to set the message logout file. That's why it is called what? By is the message. Please understand the statement. So what is the statement here? Just by only is the statement. And if I run under the what? Bash profile file. So within the profile file, I want to add like echo, welcome to, welcome to Ashok 80. is the statement. Okay, let me save it. So remember, if I log in the word user of ROM, then what is the statement you will get it? Welcome to Ashok IT. But if I execute by option, like exit option, you will get the message by option. What is the meaning of this? Hey, bash logout file will execute before logout the user. But when the user is logged in, the bash profile file will execute. These two are the what important scripts in the real time. So when the user before logout, the bash logout file will execute. When the user is logged in, the bash profile file will execute. So generally, people to set up the what banners in these two files. So for example, when will you visit any restaurants or anything, they are writing message visit again. But when will you read that message? Before logout. So that's why you want to set before logout any banner, then we can use bash logout file. But when the user will be login, sir, these files must be executed. These variables must be executed. These statements will execute. So where to keep it? Under bash profile file. So bash profile file will maintain like variables, variable paths, application paths, and everything. Because when the user is logged in, these paths and variables will be executed. That's why bash profile file will maintain after user login details. And bash logout file will execute before logout the user. So these two are people to use for banners, banner purpose. Okay, next. See this command alias, command history, command completion, and control Z. So now coming to the point, one more important thing, when to use shell scripts in the real time. Okay, shell script definition is clear and how to execute the shell script step by step it is okay. But when to use shell scripts in the real time? What is the purpose of the shell scripts? So customizing your work environment, automating your daily and repetitive tasks, executing important system procedures like shutdown, formatting, mounting, and so on, and performing same operations and many files. Okay, what I'm saying when to use a shell script? Guys, every day when will you log in your computer, you need to run just 10 to 20 commands every time. 10 to 20 commands every time because you are the L1 person. So we need to run performance monitoring related commands every first hour. So how many commands are there? Just 10 to 20 commands are there. So we need to execute and understand the what those 20 commands output. What happened the background server state? What about the disk state? What about networking state and everything? What about application states? So you want to run these 10 to 20 commands every day first hour, then this is called what repetitive activity. Because in every day, the first hour, your responsibility is the what? You need to execute these 20 commands. So why need to waste your time every day, 1 hour for these 20 commands? So what I'm saying, these 20 commands, you will keep a one text file first. Then that text file, make it as a one script. Then if you execute that script, you will get the what? Within minute, all 20 commands output. I mean, no need to, don't waste your time for execute these 20 commands. Just execute a shell script instead of 20. People will save the what? 1 hour time. So majorly, the shell scripting what says time saving process. I mean, when to use shell scripting means if you have any repetitive activity in your organization, okay, every day my activity is taking backups. So why need to run manual commands of taking backup? Better we can make it one script and take a backup. Every day, I want to restart and shut down the what? My pre-production servers. So morning and shut down the what? Evening. Even it is also repetitive activity. Sir, I have a one important shell script to update the what server's patches. Every day, this is also my activity in the middle of the hours. Or maybe at after lunch, I want to execute this activity every day. Again, it is also repetitive activity. So one to use shell script. If you have any repetitive activity in front of you, shell scripts are the what? Very good solution. So that's what automated the scripts. Next. And the next important thing, overall with help of shell scripts, what is the purpose? So it is called what? Saving time. Saving time. So shell scripts helps you to saving the what? Time only. So instead of 1 hour, you can take 1 minute. Instead of 2 hours, you will take the what? Just 2 to 5 minutes activity. So if you know how to write the word shell script, what is the purpose of shell script, then you can make it the best scripts in the environment. So the best scripts means like every script includes variables, loops, conditions, even it is called what functions sometimes, and command line arguments. But every day I will explain multiple scripts and how to make it your shell script even in interviews. Okay. Now finally, how to create a shell script, how to make a shell script. Sir, before writing shell script, what are the terms and conditions? What exactly the format of the shell script? So now I will explain how to write a what? Shell script in the environment. Remember, the first step is create a file using a text editor like a VI or VIM editor. You know that visual interface mode by using VIM, people to make it a text file. So first to create a what one text file. But very best idea, the script file extension is .sh. I mean, first what I'm saying, open a file by using VIM or create a file by using VIM. Okay, my script name is, it is called what? Script.sh. Even if you don't write any extension, how people to understand this is a directly text file or script file. Even extensions are not mandatory in the Unix or Linux OS. Okay, extensions are optional only. But everything running without extension, sometimes engineer or developer need to understand very critical. Maybe it is a text file or script file or var file or jar file or like. That's why we can add the what? Extensions. So even extensions also different. So some people are maintain KSS is the extension. Some people will maintain SH is an extension. Some people to maintain CSS is the extension. Some people will maintain bash is the extension. I mean, this is the word Bourne shell scripter. So we are writing the word bash shell scripter. We are writing the word Horn shell script. You are writing the word jet shell script. Based on your scripting priority, you need to give the word extension. But we are writing shell scripts for the word bash shell or Bourne shell. That's why my extension is SS. Then other people easily to understand, oh, this is the Bourne shell script because the file extension is .sh. Maybe people are maintaining CSS. Oh, it is a what? C shell scripter. They are maintaining the what KSS. It is a corn shell scripter. So myself, it is a Bourne shell script. That's why script extension is very good idea. Even myself, what I'm saying, it is mandatory. But generally, extensions are optional in the Linux. This is the first point. Okay. So this script.sh is a what? New file. So what about the third thing? Start the word shell script with hash exclamation dot sh. Hash exclamation slash sh. So remember I told you, shell scripts are almost interpreter. Interpreter means no need any compilation. The scripts directly you can execute. And even how to define the word interpreter path. So that's why in each shell script, you must be defined. The first line is interpreter path. The path name is slash bin slash sh. Remember, maybe your script is bash, we can define the what? The bash shell script. Maybe you are writing the script for the corn shell, then you can define the what? KSH. Okay, now I want to write a shell script for the SS. That's why my interpret path is the what? SS. I told you cells are available mostly in the bin location. That's why the path of the cell is slash bin slash SS. But how to define interpreter path? Hash exclamation is the path, but don't think hash is a what? Single line comment. So when the line starts with only hash, I mean this is my first shell script. This is my first shell script. Okay, then what is the meaning? This is exactly a comment line because line only starts with hash only. That's why it is a comment line. But please note it, the first line starts with hash along with it is a exclamation. That's why it is an interpreter path. It is an interpreter path. Remember this point. In interviews, the repeated interview question, what is the first line in the shell script? And do you know what is the interpreter path? Yes. But sir, is it mandatory to run the what interpreter path means? Of course, you can better to write the what interpreter path, then only other people to understand this is the what kind of script. When the people are writing interpreter path is SS, it is a Bourne shell script. When the person writing the word KSH, it is a corn shell script. Sir, what happen if you don't write any interpreter path? I mean, the current shell will execute this entire script. What is our current shell? Bash shell. You know, echo $0. So the current shell will execute the what? This entire script. So if you write the what interpreter path, this path will execute this entire script. That is the meaning of the what hash bang line or she bang line or interpreter line in the Linux. In every shell script, the first line is the what interpreter line or it is called what hash bang line. Somebody is calling she bang line. Okay, then we can define the what a series of commands within a file. What are the series of commands? So date is the command, pwd is the command, calendar is the command, and who am I is the command. We can define multiple commands, but you know these commands are executed by one shell. I mean this interpreter path only. So that's why you must be define the what all commands within the file related to SSL only. I told you cells maintain different commands based on the version and based on the what flavors of OS. So this is my OS Red Hat. So within the Linux, SSL is there. So that SSL we can execute date command, pwd command, and calendar command, whoami, and everything. This is the next important thing, how to define the what commands within a file. Now I want to save the file. I want to save the file. So now your script is ready. What is the script name? My script name is script.sh. Okay. And what about the next important thing? One script is ready. By default, every script running with it is a read permissions only. Even I told you what about read write permission. Okay. But you must be define execute permissions for the script. Then what is the command to make it execute permissions for a script? So we will use chmod command and then just add the word plus x. And what is the script name? Script.sh. So what is the plus x means? It will add execute permissions for the script. But already the script running with read write. But I want to add additional permissions for the script execute. Enter. So now the same file now it is a executable file. When the file has green color, okay, it is a executable file. Okay, because see X permissions are added for the script. This is the what the next important thing. How to set the what execute permissions for the script. Chmod is the command. Even you will define a plus x or directly plus x. Then what is the last step to execute a shell script? Generally, dot is the option slash the script name. So dot indication, it is a what? Current path. Current path dot slash script name. So then if I run, see this, all commands are successfully executed within the script. So in the script, I have defined date command. I have defined pwd command. I have defined it is calendar command. I have defined VMI command. See that if you go script.sh file, what are the commands? Date command, pwd command, calendar command, and VMI command. So these four commands are output here only. So how to execute a shell script? Simply dot slash script name. Otherwise, where is my script actually? Under the what? Home slash route. I will tell you new file, new thing. So everyone knows how to execute a shell script means dot slash script name. But even you can execute that script with the entire path of the script slash home slash route. Then my script name is script.sh. So we can define the word, the entire path of the shell script. So even see the same output you got it. So how to execute a shell script means this is the proper way. And another method also is there. Sir, I want to execute a shell script with shell. Where is the shell? Actually, my current shell is if I run echo $0 bash space my script name. So this is also correct to execute a shell script. So shell namespace script name, because we are writing the word commands for the shell only. That's why shell namespace script name, even it is a perfect. So you are defined within the script. The interpret path name is sh only. Even this is also correct. So we have a lot of ways to execute a shell script. But people idea about dot slash script name. But here I have set up four types. So script name, shell namespace script name, interpreter namespace script name, the absolute path name, or it is called what? Correlative path name dot slash script name. Are you noted, guys? How to execute a shell script and how to make a shell script? But this is the what one sample shell script only. How to run the what shell? How to create your what shell script? Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yes, sir.
can you explain the interpreter once, sir? What the compilation?
So this is the what script and interpreter line. Interpreter line meaning is the what? So this entire code will be executed by the SSL. So that's why interpreter line meaning is executable path. So this is the path to execute this entire code. Are you noted?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir,
First,
Sir,
what
what
do
is
you,
$0?
It will display current shell name.
Okay.
can you explain the source bash RC, like what exactly does it do?
Source is the command to update the values in the file. For example, if you update any value in the file name, generally those values will update while reboot. But without
Okay,
rebooting, how can you update your file? Source is the command.
okay, it's like a refresh.
Yes. Are you noted, guys?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? In the coming lecture, you will get multiple scripts, guys. Don't worry. I will cover the what variables. I will cover the what logics. I will cover the what loops, and I will cover the what interpreter lines. I mean command line arguments, and I will cover the what automation scripts. I will cover the what real-time script-oriented programs, and I will cover the what even debugging shell scripts. Everything I will cover.
Do you suggest any like small projects, like hands-on projects at the end of the class?
What is the how it will be
Yeah,
run
like
the what projects in the Linux? These are the commands only. Got my point? So we will run the what scripts only.
okay,
Correct or not?
yes.
We are not
I
developing the
mean,
code for the application.
like you using API, we can pull the information from GitHub.
This
So
is
you know what is the GitHub
automation.
done. That's why it is a clear. But no one no idea about the what GitHub and everything.
I got it, sir. Yeah.
This is
Sorry
the
for
cell
that.
scripts only. Next, an important
This
update for the
I
students.
want lecture full cell script 1 day's course like that.
Sorry,
Is it possible? On Saturday, on weekend, can you have 1 day cell
no.
script
I'm
all
not
the
interested taking the what weekend
terms?
sessions.
Huh?
I'm not
So we are
interested.
working
Even
time, so we don't able to
I am
practice.
busy even Sunday, Saturday doing the what same
Okay.
activities. What about my health?
What was the difference between the profile and the logout?
Logout file will execute. I mean, both are the scripts. Okay. So those scripts will execute before log out the user and after logging the user. So before log out the user, which script will execute? Dot bash underscore logout file. When the user is logged in, bash underscore profile file will execute.
Sir,
And one more one more important update for you. So not only shell script, I am teaching multiple technologies. Even my courses are AWS with Terraform, AWS with Terraform. So this batch will be going to start today at 8 p.m. And also AWS with Terraform plus 10 plus DevOps tools. So this is the role of AWS DevOps. Again, that batch is today 8 p.m. myself. Because how it is possible 8 p.m. means first to 1.5 month I will take the what AWS with Terraform. Once this course is completed, I will continue the what same batch with DevOps tools. And once DevOps also completed, the same syllabus, even AWS with Terraform and DevOps, plus multi-cloud of Azure, and also we will cover the what GCP. So this is the new batch. Today evening we will start it. But anybody interested, anyone AWS with Terraform, AWS Terraform plus DevOps, or AWS Terraform plus DevOps plus Azure plus GCP, then you can join the what evening sessions. But no worry about morning. Once this self scripting is completed, I will start the what morning batches also. So morning every day 7 to 8. So morning batch. After self scripting, I will continue the what AWS with Terraform and also DevOps tools and Azure and GCP. And evening batch today 8 p.m. Again the same course. The duration of this course, it is overall 4 months to 5 months. It is a big program.